How atrocities like that cannot allow.
Does Putin bear responsibility for this?
He may, yeah, he may. And if he does, it's going to be very tough. Very tough.
He'll pay a price.
Everybody's going to pay a price. He will. Everybody will.
Mr. President, is U.S. military action off the table?
Excuse me?
U.S. military action, is it off the table as it relates?
Nothing's off the table. Nothing's off the table.
Is there some doubt as to who was responsible for this charge?
Well, they're saying they're not, but to me, there's not much of a doubt. But the generals will figure it out probably over the next 24 hours. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, John.
Are you concerned about stock market?
No, not at all. No. The market's up today very substantially. No, not at all. Don't forget, our country's going to be much stronger when this is all finished, just so you understand. You know, these trade deals are horrible. Our country is going to be much stronger when this is finished. Okay? So that's very important. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Jeff.
President Trump at the White House talking about trade, talking about borders, but it was Syria that the world is watching him. He talked about the chemical attack, saying it was an atrocious attack. It was horrible. You just don't see these images. Going on to say this is about humanity. Moments ago, he was asked, is military action off the table? He said nothing is off the table. Our own correspondent, John Carl, in the room, asking if Putin was behind it. He said he could be, and if so, there would be punishment for that. I want to bring in our Chief Global Affairs correspondent, Martha Raddatz. Hard to believe, Martha, a little more than a week ago, you and I were on the air shortly after the president said on a stage in Ohio, we are coming out of Syria very soon. Let the other people take care of it now. It appears the president today being forced into reacting and taking care of the situation that we witnessed in Syria over the weekend. And he said the decision could come as early as the end of today.
Yeah, and David, he seemed to have no doubt that it was a chemical attack. He said, no doubt to me, not much of a doubt at all. And of course, he tweeted over the weekend that he thought it was a chemical attack. He said he will leave it to his generals to determine that. And of course, David, when we were talking a week ago, he was talking about pulling out because of the progress made against ISIS. This is a very different situation, but he is getting some criticism for saying that last week, saying that possibly that's what brought this on.
Martha, thank you. I want to bring in Ian Pannell, our senior foreign correspondent. He's live in London watching this unfold. And Ian, you heard the president there say if it's Russia, if it's Syria, if it's Iran, if they're all together on this, we will figure it out.
Yeah, and how do you figure it out in such a short period of time? I mean, the truth is that to assess whether or not there has been a chemical attack takes the OPCW, the Organisation for the Prevention of Chemical Weapons. They need to send in a team of experts. You need to get samples. You need to assess it. And as Martha said earlier, the attack that took place 12 months ago, it was much easier to get those samples because it happened in a part of Syria that borders Turkey. So you could just get it across the border quickly and get it tested. And ultimately, that is what happened. And the blame was laid firmly at the foot of Bashar al-Assad, the president of Syria. This time you're in an enclave that's surrounded by the Syrian regime forces as well as the Russians. Now, Sergei Lavrov, the Russian foreign minister, has already said they've sent in a team of experts. They've looked at it and they said there's no evidence of chemical attack. Well, we've been speaking to media activists on the ground who are telling ABC News that that isn't true, that there was a small group who went in there. They were there for 20 to 30 minutes, didn't take any samples. And even if you had taken samples, you couldn't assess it at that point. But the question remains, if the president wants to act, he'll have to do it without any multinational authorization. And how do you do it?
All right, Ian Pannell with us as well. Ian, thank you. And as Ian points out, U.S. intelligence now looking for proof of a chemical attack. The Russians, a short time ago, saying they have been in and found no evidence. Not terribly surprising coming from the Russians at this hour. Again, President Trump saying action, a decision on any action in Syria after evidence of those chemical attacks. The video that played out all over the world could come within 24 to 48 hours from the White House. For more on the breaking developments as they happen, download the ABC News app and sign up for breaking news alerts. Our entire team working this all day. I'm David Muir. I'll see you later today for World News Tonight. Until then, good day.
This has been a special report.
Carolina and Company Live is sponsored by the businesses, organizations, and groups featured in this program. The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect that of WPDE ABC 15, WWMB CW21, or its employees.
You're watching Carolina and Company Live. Your source for fun, entertainment, and events. With your hosts, Cecil Chandler and Amanda Sellers. If it's happening in the area, it's on Carolina and Company Live.
And hello, everybody. Welcome to Carolina and Company Live. It's a Monday. My name is Cecil. You remember her?
I'm back, and guess what? My voice is back too. A little crackly still, as you can tell, but I'm back. Had a nice few days off and definitely got better. Not sick anymore. I know. Are you glad my voice is back?
Oh, boy, I'm glad. You better believe it.
He got his hearing aids down. I'm just kidding. I am glad to be back and hope you're having a good Monday. The rain, that's okay, but I'm looking forward to a little bit warmer weather.
It's
You
out
want
of
to check
here.
it out?
Rain's out of here.
Let's check out the weather.
All right, good Monday afternoon. We're still tracking that area of rain showers as it continues to push off towards the coastal portions of North Carolina. It's all stemming from an area of low pressure off of the Tennessee River Valley. Now, we take a little more in-depth look, and we're starting to see another band of light rain showers setting up out towards Bennettsville and west of the 95 corridor along I-20 out towards Camden. But the shower activity should begin to taper off as we progress to around 2 to 3 o'clock. A little closer view out towards the Darlington-Florence region. Still taking a little bit of a break, but again, roads are still more likely wet based off of the several hours of rain we saw earlier this morning starting around 2 a.m. Out towards portions of 701 all the way up through Conway. We're talking Sockasty, Conway, Myrtle Beach, Carolina Forest, down south through 17 and 17 Business to Pawleys Island and Georgetown. Still dealing with those isolated light rain showers. Temperatures right now pretty chilly. We talked about this morning on GMC that the temperatures would actually continue to drop until about 1 to 1:30. Now we will be basically bottoming out any time now, and then those temperatures will rise up to around 55 to 56 degrees around 5 o'clock. We are not the only cool ones. 51 in Atlanta, 56 in Nashville, and 53 out in Charlotte. Tomorrow, a little bit warmer, but again, some more rain chances as yet another area of low pressure forms. We'll time it out here for you. Plenty of rain still across our region through 12 o'clock, and then by 3 o'clock there's that isolated rain chance. That's when the temperatures will begin to warm back up into the 50s, 55 to 56 degrees. By 9 o'clock still socked in with clouds, and just like clockwork, here we go with another area of low pressure 7 a.m. tomorrow, with that scattered activity becoming a little more widespread in nature by 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. and then by 7 o'clock we're finally drying out, but that does not mean we are warming up heading into midweek. We're still picking up around another 1/4 of an inch of rain, everybody topping out between 3 to 4/10 of an inch of rain. We're cool on Wednesday, 63 degrees. 69 on Thursday, and then back to above average temperatures on our Friday. We are watching for the possibility of a light storm system moving through Saturday night into early Sunday, but right now confidence continues to be slightly low, so we will keep those rain chances low and keep an eye on it. Otherwise, the 80s next Friday.
That's what you tapping me for. Your turn? My turn?
It's your turn.
We do that right before we come back. I tap him, he taps me. Anyway, 80s. I am okay with that. Let's talk about today. Today is Monday. It's April the 9th, and this is a Name Yourself Day. If you could be named anything different, what would it be?
Fred.
Good. Fred Chandler. Anyway.
And it's also Listening Day. Make sure you listen up to everything you hear today. 1954, let's go with Dennis Quaid. The man is 64 years old. His first film, Breaking Away. And then he did Traffic, The Rookie, The Day After Tomorrow, and Parent Trap.
All right, 1965, Mark Pellegrino, 53 years old, reoccurring roles in TV's Supernatural, Being Human, and Lost, an assistant acting role in L.A. Law.
And in 1966, there's Cynthia Nixon, she's 52, Lawyer Miranda on Sex and the City, also Sex and the City films, and in 2005, she was featured in Little Manhattan.
All right. Today in history, 1965, Time magazine featured a cover with the entire Peanuts comic gang.
That is cool. I like that. 2007, Apple announced it had sold its 100 millionth iPod. That was in 2007, 11 years ago. Wonder how many they've sold now.
There's no telling. They've
All right, let's
completely
look at the Know It All
monopolized.
department where you learn something every day. I love this one. Now, listen up. Here's something a little unusual. How many of you keep diaries? Anybody keep a diary? Okay. Well, Mozart.
No? You? No.
No. Mozart kept a diary of every incident when he heard someone break wind. I'm not kidding you. Mozart, he must have been a little weird or something. Every time somebody broke wind, he would write it in his diary.
Do you have a diary?
I don't have a diary.
You need to start with that. That's hilarious.
All right, that's from the Know It All department today. We got a great show lined up, some fun stuff. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Carolina and Company Live, talking about an event. It's a fundraiser called Handlebars Under the Stars. The proceeds go to McLeod Children, and it's going to be a really great event. Got some guys on the show with us.
That's right, McLeod Children's Hospital. They always raising a lot of money for them. We got we got Billy and Brad.
Billy, right. That's right.
All right, that's what we got. All right, Billy, let's talk a little bit about the handlebars and all that stuff.
This is our fourth annual ride. We started at the Harley-Davidson dealership, registration 5:30. Kickstands up at 7.
Harley-Davidson where?
Myrtle Beach, Harley-Davidson.
Myrtle Beach, okay.
Yep. And we ride over to Dave & Buster's.
Yep.
And leave Dave & Buster's. We go out to Indigo Creek Golf Course where we have a contest. Then from there we go to Wickatuna for raffles. We got raffles, door prizes. We have it's a nighttime ride, so we have glow jewelry, to make it interesting and fun. So we have a brightest person contest and brightest bike contest. And at Indigo, we have a putting contest.
Okay, so it's going to be a full evening. What time does this start now?
Registration 5:30.
Okay.
And we'll leave 7 o'clock p.m.
7 o'clock p.m. And anybody can come to this, right?
Anybody.
Yeah, you don't have to be on a bike. Cars are welcome. We love to see some car clubs. There's a lot of cool stuff out here at the beach to come out and support it. It's a really unique ride. If you've never seen it, it's a wonderful experience. We have tons of really cool prizes. The first 250 people are going to get a swag bag, a T-shirt, to show your support for the ride. And last year, our turnout was over 400 people.
Wow,
so it's a huge ride. A lot of people really enjoy it. If you've never been there, don't miss it out. It's a great time.
All right, now what does it cost per rider?
For the bike, it's $20, $10 for a passenger. We're doing the same thing on the cars as well.
Same thing.
Tell me a little bit about the free runners. You guys obviously raising money for McLeod. Tell us a little bit what you do.
The Free Runners is a Masonic group. We're all Freemasons.
Sure.
And we work with Deb with the Children's Miracle Network. That's our charity. And we do this every year. Throughout the year, we'll do other events also.
Right.
And I think last year we raised $6,000 for this.
Well, everything helps when it comes to McLeod's Children's Hospital because it takes a lot, dude.
Absolutely.
Now, what kind of bike you riding?
I've got a 2013 Ultra Harley.
And I'm a Kawasaki guy, Vulcan 2000. Biggest motor they make.
Kawasaki. Well, that's great. Anybody now, they want to know more about this, how can they find out more about it? Where can they
You go on the Myrtle Beach Harley-Davidson website,
okay.
And they have a link there.
And if somebody wants to...
or you can call Myrtle Beach Harley-Davidson also.
Yeah, if somebody wants to join your organization, can they do that as well?
There's quite a process to do that.
Absolutely.
But of course, that's something that they can talk to us about. We definitely love putting on events in our community and supporting our local area children. It's something that I think everybody can get behind. So absolutely, we'd love to hear from people.
All right, so it's this Saturday.
This Saturday.
All right, 5:30 registration.
5:30 registration.
Up at 7.
7 o'clock p.m.
And they're rolling.
And we roll.
Motorcycle, cars, whatever.
Whatever.
And it's and all your glow gear.
Glowing.
And the glow
jewelry.
That's the best part.
It's definitely cool. You'll never see anything else like it.
And you'll
Thanks,
see
guys.
it if them passing by
appreciate it.
too.
You're
Very
welcome.
cool.
Sure.
Awesome. Stick around. We've got more coming up.
And welcome back. All right, the Children's Recovery Center's annual trivia night is coming up Friday, April 13th, and I'm going to be there, and everybody's going to be there. But if you still want to play trivia, this is a fun event, and it's a big fundraiser for the Children's Recovery Center.
It is fun, and I was there last year and had a great time. And guess what? I even got some music trivia right thanks to this guy.
Oh, good.
Right here. See, I'm good.
You're not supposed to tell her
I
that.
learned things from you.
Yeah.
No, I learned from you. Please tell us a little bit about this event and what it's for.
Okay, the trivia night is Friday, April 13th. It's at St. Michael's Church in Garden City, and a team is eight people to a table is a team of trivia players. It costs $20 to play, and the $20 in advance, $25 the night of trivia. If you just walk in, that's fine, but it will be $25.
Okay. And
that includes a free appetizer buffet, and your trivia ticket to play.
Okay.
And there's a lot of cool stuff that y'all have to bid on. You buy tickets for it.
Yeah.
And you can be a winner.
Yeah, exactly. We have lots of great auction prizes this year. And, of course, we always have a 50-50, and we have raffle prizes. We have some great attendance prizes. So, and like you said, it's just a lot of fun.
It is
It's
fun.
a lot of fun.
It's a great time. Now, there's still some tables available. If
There
somebody
are.
wants to buy a whole table, how does that work?
They can go to our website at childrensrecoverycenter.org, or they can call me at the Children's Recovery Center at 843-448-3400.
All right.
And we'll get them all set up.
Now, tell them a little bit about what the Children's Recovery Center, what they do.
We're the Child Advocacy Center for Horry and Georgetown counties. Just like Rape Crisis is the Sexual Assault Center for adults, we are the Sexual Assault Center for children who have suffered sexual abuse and physical abuse.
Sure.
We provide forensic interviews, physical exams, and advocacy for children who have been through abuse.
Now, how many did y'all deal with last year?
Last year we saw 347 children, which is an all-time high for us. This year, I don't know what to tell you, but the referrals are coming in so fast we can hardly keep up. So, you know, part of that might be because we've grown our education program where we go out in the community and talk about child abuse and talk about ways to prevent child abuse.
And so people may be actually speaking up to something that has been happening in their scene.
That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping.
Right. And as you said, you know, that many referrals coming in, it's a horrible thing, but at least they're coming in because then you can help.
Exactly. And because you know, child abuse victims, they need to get help. And
that's right, they do.
You know, we want them to grow up. We want them to, you know, survive and to thrive, and you know, have attainable futures.
And you can be their voice.
And we can be their voice right now.
And it's a good thing you can come out and take part this Friday night and help raise money to take care of all of that.
That's right. That's
Thanks,
right.
Louise.
Thanks for having
being
me
with us.
Okay.
We got more coming up. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Carolina and Company Live, talking about the Movable Feast. And if you don't know what this is, it features new authors from all over. It started last month, and a very good family friend of ours is with us right now, Miss Linda.
Yeah, it's going to be held at different restaurants, you know, from I think at 11 until 1. Book signings and all that taking place in Litchfield.
Yeah.
All right, Linda, let's tell us a little bit about this.
Okay, do you mind a correction?
Yes.
Because it didn't start last month.
Oh.
This is 20 years old.
This event started last month.
Guess what? I didn't write the card. Okay, so this is 20 years old. Tell us, what is this? Tell us how it works, because obviously we don't know.
The Movable Feast are literary luncheons where we invite an author, usually a new one or somebody you've heard about.
Sure.
Try Harlan Coben or David Baldacci. He's coming in a little bit. And then we book a restaurant and get reservations and fill up the room. And people come and listen to the author talk for an hour. And then we all have lunch together, and if they choose to buy the book, the author's right there to sign it for them.
That's
right.
pretty
Next
neat.
event's Tuesday, April 17th, right?
Well, there's one every Friday.
Every
year
Friday,
round.
okay.
Every
So there's
Friday,
one this
year round.
Friday.
There's one this Friday.
All right, where's this one taking place?
This one this Friday is at 21 Main, the wonderful restaurant up
a great
opposite
restaurant.
Barefoot Landing. And we have Frances Mays, who wrote the book Under the Tuscan Sun,
Very
which was a dream of practically every middle-aged woman, that she would travel off to Italy and fall in love. And so she now has a new book called Women in Sunlight, and we're really excited to have her.
Okay.
All right.
So that's this Friday. And
Now,
then,
next Friday. Next,
well, let's go
see.
to Tuesday, because
Let's go Tuesday. You got something every day, I believe.
No, but lately we've
Okay.
had them twice a week.
Okay.
Tuesdays and Fridays. And the Tuesday one I'm especially excited about, because that is a book that I just published. I've published 12 now, and this is Carolina Rambling.
This is it right here.
That's it right
book
there.
right here.
And
Okay.
the photographs are done by Bud Hill, who started the Village Museum in McClellanville.
Okay.
Right.
And Billy Baldwin, who has written many books of poetry, wrote the memoir of Sister Peterkin, Genevieve Sister Peterkin.
So on Tuesday, you're going to have an
Both of
event
them,
for this,
yeah.
and everyone is going to be
And
there
this
for
one's
this
full
event.
of pictures. This
Oh,
book.
it's beautiful pictures.
A lot of
wait to
pictures.
see
I
it.
was thumbing through it a minute ago.
They're gorgeous. It's all about the vanishing South. They travel throughout the countryside, taking pictures in all of these places that the buildings are falling down, and the
Very cool.
cemeteries are
Everything.
torn up.
This looks really
Well, we
neat.
thank you.
very
Thank
nice.
you. There it is right there.
Carolina Rambling.
Rambling. All those
That's
cool
right. And more
pictures.
information they can go to. It's classatpollys.com. They can find out all information about all this stuff, right?
Absolutely.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for being
Thanks
with us,
so
Miss
much.
Linda.
Okay.
All right. All right. Stick around. We'll be right back.